President Trump is, of course, catapulting trade all over the place. And you think that everything he's doing is negative. It probably is, but it's having a positive effect elsewhere. So the emerging axis of defiance is reshaping global education and trade, and the increasingly cordial relationship between the UK and the EU post Brexit is set against the backdrop of Donald Trump's second term populism and protectionism. In particular, I'm going to highlight how the UK is becoming a beacon for American students fleeing Trump's educational repression, and how London and Brussels are using trade policy to push back against his mad economic nationalism. In a starting term, Trump has launched a cultural and bureaucratic war on elite American universities. And his administration has targeted Harvard, Columbia, Princeton, institutions he regards as liberal strongholds, by slashing federal funding, demanding control over admissions, and revoking foreign student visas. The chilling effect has been immediate. Study Portal's data shows overseas interest in US courses fell by 15% in March 2025 compared to the previous year, and conversely, interest in UK degrees from American students has surged by 25%. UCAS figures confirm a 12% jump in applications from US undergraduates for the 25-26 academic year, reaching record levels. This isn't just a symbolic blow. International education is one of America's most successful soft power tools, and undermining it erodes the country's influence while bolstering competitors, chiefly the UK. Why the UK? Because it offers precisely what Trump is taking away: stability, openness, and an intentional model of education. British degrees are shorter, more specialised, less expensive than their American counterparts. In a world saturated with noise, the UK sells clarity. And American students are now choosing, for example, Exeter's anthrozoology over Yale's chaos. And crucially, the UK government, while not reversing all visa restrictions, has maintained a comparatively warm welcome, and should work on that if the Home Office can be encouraged to be at least helpful. The message from Labour is clear: international students are wanted, needed, and integral to our academic and economic future. With Australia and Canada also retreating under the pressure of populist immigration caps, Britain will be a safe harbour. But the educational exodus is only one layer of the Anglo-European realignment. More tectonic is the leaked April 25th draft agreement between London and Brussels pledging free and open trade, in explicit opposition to Trump's new tariff regime. While Starmer's team continues to plead for UK exemptions from American trade restrictions, and apparently is making some progress, it is simultaneously drafting a new strategic partnership with the EU, a post-Brexit rapprochement rooted in mutual economic liberalism, multilateralism, and global solidarity. And the timing is not accidental. Trump is poised to weaponize trade as a tool of coercion, punishing even allies for failing to follow his lead, licking the floor. And the UK-EU declaration, to be signed at a May 19th summit, is a rebuke. No floor licking here. It says, we choose cooperation, not coercion. It aligns Britain with Brussels, not Mar-a-Lago. Beyond trade, the declaration touches on climate, defence, Ukraine, Gaza, and the European Convention on Human Rights, each a sore point for Trumpist ideology and for Britain's own right-wing populists like Farage and Badenoch. In this light, the declaration is not just policy, it's posture. It signals that Britain is reasserting its global identity as a liberal democratic actor committed to open systems, economic and academic alike. The optics matter. At the same moment Trump seeks to dismantle the US Department of Education and criminalize student protest, the UK is inviting that same demographic, young, ambitious, globally minded Americans, to our universities and our markets. So, while Donald Trump shuts doors, the EU and the UK are opening windows. Very, very sound of music. A record number of US students are turning to Britain for clarity in education, and well done. And on the broader stage, Britain and Brussels are linking arms to defend free trade, rule-based order and internationalism, and we only have to hope that the Home Office doesn't queer things, doesn't mess things up, because it's likely to, sadly. That's the nature of the Home Office. Brexit may have redrawn borders, but in this moment of Trumpian retranchement, it is ironically drawing Britain and Europe back together, thank God. 1 degree, one deal at a time.